Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dalaran, and in today's video we have Season 4 for Battle for Azeroth finally being released. Season 4 was planned to release a week after patch 8.3, and this week has passed here, at least on the NA servers. Season 4 brings a lot of content, but also a lot of ways for you to get loot. So if you're trying to catch up to everybody and get some gear to progress your mains or alts, this is all the content that is available right now with this brand new season on ways for you to gear your characters. First of all, world bosses are going to be available. There'll be, I believe, one boss available a week, just like how it was in patch 8.2 in Najjatar, and it'll rotate every other week which boss is going to be up. Unlike the other bosses though, these bosses only drop rings, a couple pieces of loot, and AP. No weapons or trinkets. So if you want for a better weapon or trinket, you gotta look for other sources, which is different in this seasonal. We also have invasions, and those should be reset with this Tuesday reset. That means a perfect opportunity for all of you guys to get some gear, gold, and other resources for completing these invasions. They're primarily used to gear up alts, as they drop fairly decent entry-level gear, but for all of you that are planning to raid with your main and maybe even dive into keys and arenas, this is where you should be looking out for some early corruption gear. So this is definitely still worth doing, even on your main. Arena Season 4 has begun, and a lot of you guys in stream have asked me what is the fastest way to get weapons for your character. Well, arenas would be the best place to do it, or doing any kind of PvP. Every time you cap out Conquest for every single week while Season 4 begins, you're gonna have a piece of gear that you can choose which one to get from the Conquest cap vendor. The first week of Season 4 is going to be a 440 weapon, so if you're trying to catch up and get yourself a good weapon to begin, maybe you're a melee character for instance, this would be the perfect place to start. And while you're out there grinding out in arenas or BGs, if you're going for rated content, the higher your rating, the better the gear that could drop from that bits of content. We also got two new PvP mounts. I say new, they're recolors, but they really do look good. Now, you guys know how I feel about recolors. Not a fan, but I think these mounts do look quite good, and for me, they're definitely worth diving into Season 4. Mythic Plus kicking off with a brand new season and a brand new seasonal affix. For the first week of Mythic Plus, however, you are going to be restricted with the most amount of gear that you can get. Blizzard usually tries to restrict Mythic Pluses since you can gear through them very easily, but with the Mythic Raid not being out, they don't want for people to get ahead just through Mythic Pluses. So most of the gear on the first week of Mythic Plus is going to be capped to either Mythic Plus 6, 7, or 8, depending on the number the Blizzard chooses for this seasonal affix. However, the number could also be higher. So it's a good idea to pay attention to which number of Mythic Plus key, like what is the highest number people are queuing for in LFG, because everybody's gonna want to farm up some gear. And this week you can farm up a decent item level of all the trinkets and weapons from different keys that you might want. There's also going to be more dungeons available, like a Mechagon dungeon split into 2 parts. And of course, the weekly chest reward is going to be upgraded if you do Mythic Pluses this week. And that piece of gear is not only going to be a higher item level, it also will have a guaranteed chance for corruption. You will also be able to finally start earning Titan Residium all over again and start saving it up in order to buy your heroic item level Azerite gear or even mythic item level Azerite gear. Of course, there's also a brand new raid in Azeroth, which includes a lot of fun new mechanics and some different mechanics we haven't seen in other raids. So I feel like this dungeon, with a variety of different bosses that it has, is going to be quite a treat. It's going to be released first week on normal and heroic difficulty, and the next week is going to be the race for Mythic Azeroth World First. The Mythic is going to be released and available for everybody, and LFR should be available soon after. Raids are definitely worth doing because they offer a couple things that you would not be able to get through dungeons. First of all, raids offer Azerite gear that is specified mostly for single target damage, and most of the specs, and I mean most, minus like 1 or 2, that should have the best single target trait available in all pieces of gear. There's also very special trinkets available in Azeroth, trinkets that you will not be able to get inside of dungeons, as well as weapons with guaranteed corruption effects. So if you're someone who doesn't have a lot of luck getting corrupted gear, Ny'alotha will be the place where there gotta be at least one weapon that fits your class's playstyle in order to give you the corruption effect that you need in order to help you do better within PvP or PvE. Plus a variety of different rewards such as mounts and more if that is what you are into. I'm actually very excited about Ny'alotha, primarily from the artistic stand. It really looks like a good raid to check out. Finally, we also have the heroic Warfronts. We are going to be able to get a new heroic Warfront, which is Darkshore. However, it has been confirmed that Darkshore is going to be available first to Horde at a later time. Right now, Darkshore is up for Alliance, and it's been up for a couple of days. Blizzard said they are not going to be opening up heroic version of Darkshore on day 1 of patch 8.3. However, they could go back on it, so if you're Alliance, make sure to check the table in case you can queue for heroic Darkshore. But if we are to go by what Blizzard said, heroic Darkshore first time should be available for the Horde players in the next rotation reset. So it'll be available around the time we begin doing Mythic Ny'alotha, which is quite convenient for any Horde player. If you're someone who does professions, this will be the time for you to start your profession grind. Whether you're someone who wants to do raiding gear, maybe consumables for your group or party, you will have to get back to Vale and Uldum and grind out mobs until they drop the recipes for you to start your profession grind. So hopefully all of you guys that do professions have all of your mats set in stone already. And that's going to be it for all the different content you can begin working on right now with patch 8.3 Season 4 in order to get your character a little bit extra gear. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed. Good luck everybody in farming all the different pieces of gear you guys want to, all the corruptions. Wish you all the best RNG in the world. And I'll see all of you guys in another video.